All right, we are live. Let me share my links. You guys know the drill. Let people start coming. Oh man, I did my second GC this morning, and people are not happy. Yeah, boy. What's that? One more time. Oh fuck, don't even remember, dude. It was like seven something and something. 701, I think it was. So I'll have to look it up right now. I'm just trying to share my link so we can get people going. That's it. That's it. That's them. Here, we're gonna put this. Oh, before I do anything, I'm gonna monetize this. Happy you said that, cause now I'm gonna get paid for this. I'm not gonna fucking let it be a freebie. Boom. All right. Oh, we got 14 people waiting. Okay, here we go. You guys ready for this? Good morning, Age of Origins! And guys, guess what? We have a new event coming out, and only specific nations are invited as they are testing it out. Okay, and I'm sure you guys have already heard, what is it, Head of State, that's the name of it. And the good thing is, for years and years and years, people have been asking for, we need another event where you can kill people, kill more, kill more. Well, good news is here, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. So, the event rules. The new kill enemy phase, Void War, and it has quotations. So, Void, it's not Frenzy. It's about to unlock. You will enter a cross-nation competition with commanders from other nations and fight for a supreme honor of the strongest commander. Okay, then the event lasts for 7 days, so that's 1 week. Okay, 1 week, one round. Um, and it's split into multiple phases. Every phase lasts for at least 1 day. During this event, every event phase will randomly unlock according to different content and order. After Void War phase is unlocked, the system will activate a portal. Basically, it's Void, guys, but I'll continue to read. Activate a portal to enemy realm, a different nation. Uh, your city will be put under system protection in your nation. So what I'm getting from this is your city will automatically be bubbled. I think so your city will be put under system protection in your nation. You don't need to worry about threats from your nation. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay. Re- Read this really close to and pay very close attention to the wording. You don't need to worry about threats from your nation. Ha ha! Ha ha! You see what I'm saying? Your. Ha ha ha. You guys are getting horrible sound, you say? Speak up, guys. Speak up. You guys getting horrible sound?
I
What's
think
up, bro?
it's
What's
just
up, Woody?
like the normal void.
What's that?
I think
I said,
it's
what's up,
just
bro?
like the normal void. You have when you go to the other nation, you're gonna have the gold bubble in your own nation.
Well,
No,
that's what I'm saying. It's just like Void,
like void, yeah.
just like Void.
For now,
But yeah, for now. But now this is just like literally this is just um in experiment testing. So not everyone's gonna be able to do it until um for the 700s nations. This is one I got, and I know there's other nations that are experimenting as well. But 709 is going to be versus 697. 701 versus 742. 666 versus 711. 700 versus 963. So from what I'm understanding, that's round one. Round two, I don't know if you're gonna like play one of the winners here, so on and so forth, and then round three, the final, or maybe a different the different bracket might be faced. I'm not 100% sure, but these are all kill events, and they're back to back to back. Oh boy! So that's going to tell you guys that you're going to have to strategically be aware of what your ports, your speeds, your heals, and all that are. Because let's say you use it all in the first one, well, you still got 2 more rounds to go. I'm very curious to see how like the Lock Nations are going to do against Indies because we all know in Void some, I'm not gonna say all, but some of the Lock Nations they don't do very well. Um, but there are a few that do. You guys have any thoughts about this? Don't everyone talk at
Iron
once?
Blood with kills.
Huh?
Iron Blood with kills. Looks like Iron Blood with kills.
It's gonna be Void though.
Yeah, Iron Blood with kills. They don't say you're gonna teleport to enemy nation, or I didn't heard it.
Yes. You're gonna teleport to. It says it right up here. It's the same thing that you have it for Void, but this one's different. To enemy realm, so different nation.
Yeah, so it's not Iron Blood. I
No,
thought you're gonna move to a special map like Iron Blood or Global.
well, this
As
is
far as I know, the instructions there are like identical to Void.
identical to Void, but they have different. Like I think that whoever's gonna win out of these two is gonna fight whoever the winner out of each one of these, and then that last one would be like I don't know the two top people.
Yo, my main question is, how do you hide troops?
It's probably the same way that you hide them in regular Void. Or are
Is
you
it
are
like
you or are you asking how
is
to
it gonna
actually?
be a simulation like Iron Blood or GC, or is it
It's
gonna be a simulation like in your nation
it's gonna
where you
be
have the ruins and
it's gonna be just like Void.
okay, all right.
Just like you walk into there treating it as Void from what the rules are saying, and this is what literally these are what the rules are. That's what they're saying. Like literally, they have these quotated Void War. So Void War, we all know what Void means. So I'm assuming that's exactly what they're talking about is Void War.
So,
Um,
so basically, a void war on like a chaos land map.
no Void War on
No,
on you port in the enemy
just Void.
nation, just regular Void.
Oh,
But you have different phases of it. So the first day you're going to go against these nations, and then the winner's going to go against another nation. And so it's going to be 3 phases, like 3 different void wars in a
tournament
week.
style.
Imagine this is what's going to happen. You're having 3 void wars in 1 week.
That's awesome.
And you won't be able to kill your own in your nation if they drop bubble. I
Actually,
understand, right?
I did see something about points. You can kill your own in your own nation, but you won't get no points for it in your own nation. Same as Void. Same as Void.
Same as well.
Yeah, same as Void. Guys, this is literally just Void, but you're in competition with, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different nations. So 3 rounds, 8 different nations, Void. Real troop loss.
What do
Easy
you
money.
think? Sorry, I was going to say, do you think it's over a week or do you think it's over 3 weeks?
Um,
Because my interpretation of that is you're effectively just having a normal void for a
so
week,
right
right?
here,
And then the winners then play each other.
Well, let's read what this is saying. Head of state has a total of 3 rounds every season. Every round lasts 1 week. Okay, so it's going to be back to back to back. So 3 weeks, yeah. Every round
So
lasts 1 week after competition ends.
yeah, so I think my interpretation of that is what's going on is the 4 winners. So it's just you're just in like a bracket of 8, right? The 4 winners.
Hmm.
Then next week, the 2 lots of 2, so 4 winners will then play each other. The 4 losers, 2 lots of 2 will play each other. A bit like the kind of way that triangle works. But ultimately, there'll be one team or one nation that wins all 3 weeks, and they're the kind of
Yeah,
mini champions,
yeah,
right?
yeah. And honestly, I know that people are going to say, well, we're going to lose a lot of troops with all these whales. True. Very, very true. You're going to lose a lot of troops. But for years now, everyone has been saying, we want another kill event. We want another where we can kill more troops. Here it is. Here it is. Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
I
Oh
don't.
man.
The thing that's not clear for me though
Hey
is whether
Woody,
they're going to.
where are you able to see this event? I mean, I can't see in my game notifications anywhere.
There's
There's like three groups that are basically have this in beta right now.
yeah.
They're
This
they're not they're not rolling it out to every single nation. There's
yeah.
like
This is
what?
this
Okay,
is
so it's in beta right now.
correct. So
Okay.
this is being tested, and the nations that are in here: 709, 697, 701, 742, 666, 711, 700, and 693 for this bracket are the only nations in this bracket that are testing it out. Now, I believe that there's other brackets that are being
Yeah.
tested, like different, like the 200s and 300s. I think 373 is also being tested out, and some of the 100s are being tested out as well. Nation 1's being tested. So, like, it's not everyone.
Yeah, there's three other brackets that I'm aware of besides the one on your screen.
Let me, they're in a different. I don't have the. If you guys want to post it in here, I'll be able to do it. Show you guys. Iron King 717. This does not mean frenzy event. This is a void event. Real troops will be
So, does
lost.
this mean like the current screen of yours that is showing, there are four, I mean, 8 nations fighting? So it would be a single map or what?
Correct. Yeah, it's gonna be single. It's gonna be single nations fighting each other uh, in the first round.
On a single map, there
Uh,
would be like 7, 8 nations fighting each other.
no, no, no,
No,
no,
it's
no, no,
it's
no.
it's a tournament
Tournament
bracket.
style.
Yeah, tournament style. So
Okay, like global conquest.
no, it will not be set up like Global Conquest. This is going to be set up just like how Void is. You go into the enemy nation, they go into your nation, just like Void. But the winner will move on to the next round, so on and so forth.
Do
Okay,
you think it's gonna be 1 week every month,
No, they.
or do you think it's gonna be 3 weeks, consecutive 3 weeks?
I'm going off what they're telling me here. So head of state wars 3 rounds every season. Um,
Yeah,
each
every
round
season.
lasts 1 week. Each
Yeah.
round lasts 1 week after the competition ends. All 3 rounds. So head of state is valid for 10 days. Okay, this is reward. That's the reward. I'm assuming it's gonna be back to back to back, guys.
Because
I
then
don't.
there's no
Yeah,
frenzy anymore.
I
Well,
don't. I don't think it would be. My guess is that it's just going to be the normal void weeks are now within
Yeah.
this tournament-like structure.
Yeah, that's my assumption as well, is that this is essentially an introduction of a 3 month long seasonal void, if you will.
okay.
Um, and my initial thought on that, and I don't mean to be a downer on this one, but is what that might present for mergers, because I'm assuming that none of the people that are in these beta groups are probably going to get a merger if they're in this.
They might get a merger. They might.
I mean,
But
it's possible. It's
you,
possible, but
you got to think that it's not necessarily 3 months, right? It's actually 2 months because the first one's week 0, week
yes,
4, week 8,
correct.
which would actually be broadly in line with the end of global conquest.
AQ709 is saying Camel told him this is a loss list of no troops lost, but clearly says in the event rules void war. If it was a no troop loss, it would say frenzy war style. This is a
Yeah.
void war. Void means say goodbye to your troops when someone hits you.
Does it say what day it would be on?
Um, I'm assuming the regular void day, honestly. So 1 day, 10 hours is when
Okay.
this one starts. So that would be
Yeah.
that would literally be the day void starts if it was this.
Yeah. Okay, I was just seeing if it was like if it was on like same weekend as like Frenzy and Void, if they still kept that in, then it's just like the amount of money that we're gonna have to be pumping out to even try and compete. If we're gonna do that, and then we got Frenzy straight after or Void, it's kind of like
Yeah, see that
when
those are
as
the
we are doing Global Conquest
those
right
are
now, we
the
got Global Conquest and then Void.
oh, Summer Night AQ. If they're saying that, then they need to change the directions or not the directions, the events scene because they literally quoted Void War. So
It's not a void war. It sounds boring. We need more troop
Another
loss.
money grab.
either way, either way, I'm hoping it is a troop loss. Honestly,
No,
I,
I don't
Yeah,
think.
me too. I mean, with the GC ongoing, if it's another event when there is no troop loss, it would be kind of boring.
I don't. Yeah, I don't. I think this is probably a bit overplayed because I think all this is doing is just putting a bit more of a tournament structure around the existing next three voids, if that makes sense. Because I can't see it being anything other than that, which is probably a good thing because then it means in the long run you'll be able to have teams that win and better matches, i.e., hopefully something that moves towards something that's a bit more like the Elite War type rankings. So you're not just facing random void opponents every 4 weeks who may be appropriate or may be complete rubbish. But yeah, I just think what they're doing is just putting a wrapper around the existing void wars, and they'll be
Yeah,
exactly the same, but they'll just be
yeah.
within that bracket.
That the term wrapper was I've already used that once or twice to describe this. This sounds exactly like Void War. It doesn't sound like it's a new event. It sounds like it's literally a wrapper being placed on it with an expanded UI
kind
and
of
kind of
kind of
expanded visibility.
that's exactly kind of like what I was trying to explain. Like it's the same as the
Yeah.
whole Void War, but I mean I don't care what your VIP said. The developers put this in here, so I mean the developers are the
Yeah,
one that
this is void.
it says Void.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they know what void means.
Yeah, they know exactly what Void means. So if it was a frenzy, it would be Frenzy War. I'm just I don't care what your VIP is saying right now. The developers are the one to put it in here.
Yeah, I guess on Sunday reset, when there's times, we'll get the times of the round where it said round one, round two, round three, and then it
Right.
will all become pretty clear as to what it will look like.
Well, I'm kind of wondering that. So if this is going to start in 1 day, 1 day, 10 hours. So this is going to be like an off void from void. I can't.
No,
I
that'll
can't.
be
I can't.
No,
that's the
it's
start
the
of void.
SD.
That's it.
Yeah, that does it have phases or no? I guess it doesn't.
Well, I
It's
mean,
not saying anything about phase.
we're not in void. The whole thing right now.
But
So
But
we will be
the
then.
we will
the
be.
strongest
Oh yeah,
commander
yeah.
will.
I see what you mean. I don't know why I was thinking void. It's okay now. We're gonna fight now. I don't know. I just got off work. Give me a break. I'm not thinking right. Damn it. Well, yeah. It starts the whole thing. But I don't know.
I
I say
just, I just, sorry, I was just gonna say, I think it just means that there'll be more meaningful voids because you're actually trying to achieve something, right? Like, and you're going to go against nations in the effectively the semi-finals and the finals of that structure,
yeah,
who are close to you to start with.
and you're gonna basically know who you're up against. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you got eight different nations. You pay attention to it. I'm pretty sure you can guess who you're gonna be against next. Which I mean, in any sense, like Triangle War, or not yeah, even GC or DLD. You look at the schedule, you're like, yep, we're not winning this one. You all know what I'm talking about. You looking at, you're like, nope, not happening. In this case, it might. In this case, what if this is just going to be a straight bubble fest?
7 day shields for sale.
So it's always saying that it's going to. I think when they're talking about the shields, is going to be when you go into the other realm. Yeah, when you go into
No,
other.
for sale. I mean,
Yeah,
like they should place the 7 days shields to prevent leaking or something. Don't know.
Well, I mean, treat it just the same as void, guys. How you how
Yeah,
we
I
how we
think a,
good.
I was gonna say, I think a lot of that info there is just a very generic void-like info, right? All it's saying is that if you go into the other world, you'll be protected in your existing world whilst you're in that world, which is just a core tenet of what happens when you go
Uh,
through the void portal. So it's kind of like a mismatch of trying to explain the actual event, but then also just giving all this generic void-like information.
You see some of these rewards they got though.
in general, what do you think about this event? I mean, recently a lot of people have been not playing the global conquest.
I think honestly, I don't think a lot of people has been playing Global Conquest. Even in the 2 rounds that I went into, we I've only seen maybe 30 people in 2 rounds from each nation. Which even
Yeah, same. I mean, I just played the round two of Global Conquest, and there were hardly any people from the opposite nation. They were all protesting that this is too soon. But
yeah, unfortunately I can't.
regardless,
Unfor,
Camel
un,
not doing anything
uh,
about it, they have released a new event about
un,
it.
hey, unfortunately that's something I can't talk about. I know what you're talking about, but it's something I cannot talk about. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I have.
all right, brother. No issues.
Trust me, I would love to. I would love to, but I can't.
Hmm.
But as for people,
No,
they
but
if people are
yeah,
saying,
but it's exciting that we have got a new event.
I mean, it's the same thing as what we're already doing. People are going to fight no matter what. But there's an actual, a gold pot at the end of the rainbow, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, but
Well,
I'm assuming the head of state, which would be the tyrant. I mean, that's a 12% attack boost for 10 days. That's actually pretty freaking. That's what the second
yeah,
best.
that 12 2 per.
And it's same with
That
the
percentage it looks good.
yeah, and same with the. I'm assuming this is rank 2, number 1 in season individual.
I hope
Okay,
so.
No, it's
individual.
like one is appointed by the president,
Oh
and the
yeah.
other whoever has more kills. I think.
Okay, yeah. Thanks for clearing that up. So yeah, the president will appoint this one, which is a 12% attack boost, and then the first rank, the person that's a badass, the tyrant,
The
will,
Void Tyrant,
yeah, they'll
They'll
get,
get
basically.
that 12% regardless.
yeah, they'll get this guy, and then for the nation, um, they get these, the first place person, they get increased attack, HP, and defense plus 5%. And then what was the other one? I thought I seen something else that was showing more. Like, where was it? In here?
Uh, Woody, can you hold the screen
Wait,
for
wait, wait,
a
wait.
moment?
We're here. Well, listen.
What the ginger is saying?
Head of state has a special skill, Supreme Command, used to have commanders with main hall 19. This nation excludes enemy alliance members, so they get an attack against melee boost 8%, attack against mid-range boost 8%, attack against long range boost 8%. So are these? I'm not. I'm asking if these are going to be separate buffs. I think
No,
It's not
I think
damage,
everyone will
but
get them.
8% attack boost is also kind of nice.
against. Remember, it's saying
Again.
against. So these are very very crucial words right here when it says against.
And yeah, and we have no way to calculate it.
Well, I mean,
Well, it's effectively it's an all attack boost except to Titans and Warplane.
yeah. Hmm. That's actually pretty nice. 8%.
I mean, if we are going into a fight, then regardless, it should activate. There must be some melee troops, range troops, long range troops. But again, no way that we can calculate it precisely.
I'm assuming that it's going to be the same as Void. You just they ain't going to be like Iron Blood set of rules, or such as like the uh, you only allowed to have 2 million troops, and that's it. Shit, that would be gay. Like Happy had to put that in there.
It'll be interesting to see like the timing for sure on Monday or whatever. Or I'm assuming we'll be able to know on Monday, if not later on, if
Yeah.
if this will finish before GC or not. Because you got to imagine if it did, then the people that are actually competing for that would definitely want that aligned or that nation skill. But
Well,
just
I
food
mean,
for thought.
we're still in the first month of preliminaries, so like GC just started, so that tells me this will probably end right as GC's ending too.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, only been 2 rounds have been done. I guess the GC would end by March end, like 31st March.
My guess is that this will end the Sunday after GC ends. So it'll go GC, and then there'll be a void that will start the Monday after the GC final, and then this will end the
uh,
Sunday after.
and then if Camel decides to send out the golden tickets,
Yeah,
the
I'm
golden
curious to
tickets.
know if anyone thinks that this would have any different scheduling than GC. I mean, the way I'm seeing things now, I imagine we're only going to see this at the same time as GC.
That would be my guess. That would make the most sense, right? It'd be 3 times a year, and it would be they'd basically base their merges around this cycle because you can't merge anyone during mid GC or mid this, and they're
Well,
basically
well,
both
well,
run concurrently.
they used to a
Yeah,
while ago. They
they
used to.
they did used to. Yeah,
They used to, like, you would be set up in freaking GC thinking you might have an opportunity, and then you see, well, these two fuckers just got merged. Oh shit! And
yeah. It's been
they come
like
around and win.
yeah, I think it's been like 3 years or so since they've done that.
Well, I mean, that honestly, that it isn't fair that they were doing that, and we all know that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think if anything, it's kind of for me just reinforced that there is now this kind of more set merger time that they're moving towards, and there'll be the windows, right? Because
Well,
at the moment we're on this schedule where GC lasts for I think it's like about 60 days, right, in total,
yeah,
from
right around
start to
there.
finish.
So
Yeah, and so it's after that basically.
my question is this: we only know about these rounds. What if? Not saying this is you know how my big ifs are. What if after like the full year is done and everyone's got their whole, they went through all this, whatnot, um, then there's like one big one with all the freaking winners, like a championship, like we were asking and talking about, in past podcasts.
Well, I think two good things could potentially happen here. One, there's either a polar-like ranking, which then means the better Void nations then start competing against the better Void nations, and there's this kind of, you know, league table of sorts that forms. Or, like you said, there's a champion of champions round
Yeah.
where the 8 winners. That'd be good. I think either one is better than what it is now.
Would that be cool though? I mean, honestly, that would be pretty cool if, like, in the end of the freaking, at the end of the fucking the yellow brick road, it's like it leads into a championship. That would be badass. That would be
Yeah, that sounds
badass.
cool.
But the question would be is, if it, let's say if there is a championship, would we be going against like 373 in the 700s, like Nation 1? Like that's already okay. That's too much. You know what I mean? Or would it be?
Yeah, that Camel would have to figure out.
Or would
I
it be
mean, if
like
an
bracket
unmerged
wise?
nation is getting matched against a merged nation or something like that, then it's a no-brainer.
Yeah. Or I think they would keep it in the bracket, like certain brackets.
Yeah, they would have to figure out some brackets around that. But if they are capable to do that, then it would be fucking cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That would literally bring. I think that'd be badass. That would bring out people wanting to pay attention more to
Yeah,
Void.
it would be enjoyable for all.
I still can't believe that VIP told him that, oh, this is a no troop loss, when clearly the developer says Void War and in quotations, and they don't just say it once, they say it
Yeah,
twice.
literally they have highlighted
You
on
know,
a segment only that void war.
like like it's they may have just should have like put Void down here in big letters. Oh man, but I mean, if it was frenzy style, I would not want to do it. Like it would be like, okay, that's gay.
Yeah.
You know that
Agreed.
you wanna cost someone 20 grand in troops.
Not the happy style.
Yeah, not the happy style. Wait, yeah, yes, the happy style, but yeah, I gotta be careful what I say. Damn it.
So you guys have any idea when it would be released to all public?
Well, I'm assuming after these guys get through the third rounds and Camel sees how it pans out.
Okay, so it might take another month or two.
It might take a whole nother season before it's launched to the entire game.
Yeah,
All right.
get that Polar right, would he?
Yeah.
That was like kind of a trial season of Polar, and then other people got it the next.
The one thing I do like about this situation here is, you know you know your next 8 people that you're gonna go against. So the next 3 voids, you know it's one of these guys, so you can get your homework done. You can talk to one nation to be able to really hurt another nation if you're able to. I don't know if there can be like teamwork. I don't think there can be teamwork unless you say like, hey, 709, I need you to hit 742 really hard. You know, try to zero all their top players out, so on and so forth. Take the hit, which I don't think in Void they're going to be willing to do something like that. I don't blame them, but
Yeah, this is a dynamic I've been wondering about since I saw this screenshot.
mm-hmm.
Like, there's multiple ways you could think about it. I hope the one thing we don't see is people just like throwing void matches so that they can drop into the lower tier of things. That in comparison to what we have right now with organic matching, I don't think would be a positive per se. But there's so many different what if scenarios to how this could impact things. Also, someone just mentioned something that just prompted a thought for me. What if putting this wrapper on Void made the locked nations actually care about it? That would be hilarious.
That would be interesting. That'd be interesting. And, you know, like when I first seen this, I was like, you see 693, and you're like, okay, that's Ronaldo. And you're just like, okay, well, they're going to be the winner because they go hard in every fucking event other than Void and Frenzy. But then you remember, wait, it's a locked nation. And the only nations I know that goes hard is Ronaldo himself. But as we all know, one person can't win a Void. Even I know that. It takes a team. Unless you
True,
like
but if
6
anyone
billion.
can, he can.
Yeah, if anyone can, he can. But I don't know. Maybe we all know, like locked nations, that they leak a lot of points. They don't have T4 farms. They have their farms or so on and so forth. They're like T10s. So I mean, maybe if this mattered, that it might have the locked nation starting to really clean their nation up and try to progress the T4 into their nation. But if they've been like 2 years. I mean, I can't see that they haven't tried that yet.
Yeah, it's more of a vanity thought, to be honest. Most of them are so embroiled in civil wars, I don't see it changing.
Yeah.
Here's a question for you, Woody.
Yeah.
Looking at those nations there, and I had a very quick scan, and I think it's not the case. Are those nations sequentially the open nations? I.e., are there any nations that have been excluded between those nations? I had a very quick look, and I think 708 might be an open, well, not necessarily an open or closed nation, but an alive nation that hasn't been included on that list.
I mean, the people that are in this list on this bracket, 709, 697, these guys have all had their second merger, 700, 7.2. So like they've got their second merger already. So it's fair game. Kind of like how would I say when you guys merge, don't waste it. Something might not. Don't waste your merge.
Yeah, I guess
this might be the reason why I was saying it.
I guess the question I'm trying to get to there is, do you think there's going to be a kind of subsetting of you with similar attribute nations, i.e., if these are all two merged nations around the 700s, we assume that there'll be a similar filtration process?
I think that's going to be similar to where like nations that do win, they go off by their void war stats. I think they go like that.
That does prompt something for me. I was thinking about this earlier. This is almost like a
maybe they think something that I'm not thinking of, right? Yeah, or
Yahtzee Mike.
Yahtzee Mike. Thank you.
This was prompting me to think about. This kind of gives us a look into the tiering that everyone assumes is going on. Because I agree with Clue that there's obviously some type of tiering that would mean that you're in said bracket. I mean, just based off of the win rate percentages he has there, that suggests that's the case. I feel like this does give us a little bit of a look into who else is kind of who else does Camel's algorithm assume we're on par with, I guess.
Yeah, because like 693, very strong nation, very strong players, I should say, but their win rate for Void is not that high. Because, the Lock Nation thing. Now, I'm not talking shit about them at all, but, I mean, they're not that high. So, and I'm seeing 701, I'm seeing 700 in here, and 709, and guys, I know you guys are in here, don't take offense to this, but I've noted you guys haven't had a lot of wins, too many wins. You've had, quite a bit of losses lately since you guys' Civil Wars popped up. What is confusing me now is that I'm seeing 711 in here, which I know they have, they have decent amount of wins from Void, but I'm wondering if they're at that like certain percentage where it drops off to where you're no longer in that same bracket, like I don't know, like 60% win rate versus 70% win rate, 80%, 90% win rate, kind of stuff like that. And I think that this, my personal opinion, just by seeing the nations that are in here, I think they're going off win rate. Like the percentages.
But then 923 would have been in this bracket or something like that.
Well,
hey, Woody, 700 claims they're undefeated.
700 is undefeated? No, they're not. We beat them.
That's what
700 is undefeated. 923 is undefeated. I think this bracket is regarding the content creators or something like that.
Hold on. Didn't we? Hold on. I could have swore we beat 700. Please correct me if I'm wrong.
I'm curious if you did, because they're claiming in GC chat that they are, because they're in our GC now, they're claiming they're undefeated in Void.
I mean, maybe they
ran their mouth. They ran their mouth to like all the 500 nations, so they've been requested by like 15 nations have requested them for Void.
Maybe they're referring to like their pre-merger. I don't know. Gambit would be able to give you.
I could have swore we beat them, and I hate to say that if I'm not 100% sure, but I could have swore that we had beaten them.
I'll let you know next Void after.
Well, hold on. If I have a video, if I'm wrong, I'll be more happy.
It might be, but
what if Camel's including frenzy wins in that too and losses?
All right, here's
void win ratio or anything like that.
Here we go. 736 for 700 Void.
Not too bad.
Now go right to the end and see if we win.
Did you win?
We won. 8.1 to 700 to 7 billion. That we won that one right there.
They claim they're undefeated in Void, so that's nice to know.
Well,
they're claiming wrong.
I got the video right here. I mean,
Looks like they got a short memory.
Yes, they do.
Literally, I'll blow it
asking.
up right there where you can see. You know, they got this is them right here. This is us.
All 500 nations.
For the person that was asking, those percentages include Frenzy.
Okay, so that makes sense then. That's why nobody got a perfect one.
Yeah.
Okay, so that
I think there's a very important question that needs answering with all this though.
well,
Is there going to be a specific void chat like there is a global conquest chat where we can talk shit to all of them in our bracket?
Here's that video. You know, whoever's
They had that every void.
Here's that video if you guys want to, if they're saying they won every single void. There you go. You could say, well, you didn't win this one. Now, regardless, I do know that they're very, very hard to beat because they do hide their troops. They hide their troops very well. So it might be a long, boring thing that you might have to play dirty to win kind of deal. I'm not bad. Give me a break. yeah, that's what it is. We beat him twice in Void. I remember that. The first one, what's his nuts? I forget his name, but he got Void Tyrant, and then the last one we just did, I got Void Tyrant. I remember that. Damn, I called him out like that. Dabs, yeah, Dabs. That's who it was, Dabs.
Yeah, that's the guy who was running his mouth.
Well, he
Fuck
might.
those 700 nations.
Dude, I'll tell you, some of these 700 nations are fucking super strong. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
well, they ain't. Just so you know,
Not.
they have one. They don't even have a C-41.
I think they are doing that.
No, and look.
Did you?
Run their mouth.
I'm in the. Well, I don't even know what nation I'm in right now.
They said they.
I'm in 700. I'm in 700. Hold on. I'm in the 700 nation right now because that's why I had to see what this thing was.
Yeah, they're in that deal. That's why I saw that.
Okay, so I remember zeroing this person out.
Well, which one?
Or I hit her once or twice in Void.
That one didn't talk.
Their top guy, but it was only like one fleet that they had home. They didn't have them all home.
The Dabs guy claims he's in Nation 30 as well.
I don't know. I don't know if he's in Nation 30. He might be in as many cities.
I don't know. I'm saying what he said.
I know that Lord G right here, he's probably...
They got a 37, a C-37 with like 90 million BP. They said I couldn't zero it.
Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about, and that city never came unbubbled the entire time. Like we had.
Oh no, they claim in Void that I can't beat him with one fleet. I'm about to introduce him to it.
This guy right here. Look at the kills. Look at the kills.
Yeah, that's him.
This guy's
that's him.
He
I can't beat him. They said he's MRA. I can't beat him because he's MRA. I said, well, bad news for you. So am I.
Did they not realize that? Yeah, I get, mid-range is strong, but I mean, you got a lot of long-range players that know how to counter mid-range, and the 30s.
That I am mid-range.
Exactly, you are mid-range, so you're gonna eat those troops.
Oh, bro, I'm gonna tear that dude up. It ain't even gonna be funny, bro. I'm gonna eat him, and I swear to God, I'm gonna post it everywhere I possibly can.
God.
He called me out. He called me out in GC chat. Called me a liar. Said I'm full of shit.
Dude, now you know what we dealt with GC chat last 2 seasons.
Oh God, I see what you're talking about, bro. These guys are mouthy little suckers, man. They
yeah, dude. Ask them about. Okay, so the first void we went up against SMF. They hit SMF. They got one good hit off them. I think they gave them a 20 million BP haircut, and they haven't dropped it since. And SMF has actually gave them haircuts over and over again. They're still like, yeah, but remember when we got you?
Well, they were talking shit about you too. They said something about Woody a pussy or some bullshit.
Okay, now I know you're lying.
I got Woody in 373 and I gave him a haircut like 4 years ago. Yeah.
You never gave me a haircut.
I'm gonna give that guy more than a haircut if I catch him. I promise you that.
Well, it's gonna be really hard to
willing to try
to catch them. To catch them is what I'm saying. It's gonna be really hard.
I'm willing to try.
Hey, Woody, can you check out 994? I'm from 1070, and we have got 994 as a void opponent.
994. Let me switch out of this real quick, and go into my
Yeah, sure. No issues.
my city. I got a couple of people in the 700s from GC that are very upset with me right now because they didn't get many
Jesus, you
points.
have a lot of cities attached.
I do. I do. There it
Oh
is.
man.
It goes on and on and on and on. I was going to do third round, but second round came and all their 40s from the other nations decided to show up. I'm like, okay, guys, all right, I'll come. All right, you said 994.
Yeah, I was saying 994.
We're getting closer. No, we're getting two.
Yeah, they should really give an option to search, like search type 994 and get into it.
Oh, so this okay guy. Yeah, he's a strong one.
But look at his BP. It's 32 million.
He got hit hard. I
Yeah,
remember.
I think he got zeroed out in frenzy or something.
So if you got zeroed in frenzy, the next time he logs in, it'd go right back to where it was.
Yeah, we were literally talking about this.
So
This guy might have been offline, and the moment we try to hit him, he logs back in, and suddenly, instead of 32 million, he has a 332 million DP.
with 3.7 million losses, he got hit in void. He got hit, and it doesn't look like he used enough void potions to get him back. That's what it looks like to me. Unless he walked away from the game. Now, from the last frenzy that we just did, we took a 99 million BP city, and with zero troops, he was at 28 million BP. So this guy has one fleet.
Uh, but this one fleet can be very strong. I mean, check
Oh,
out his titans and officers.
that's
He
who.
looks strong.
I take it. That's who. Yeah, 15-4. Yeah, he's strong. So I take it that's this is who you have in Void, huh?
Yeah, I mean, even if he has a single fleet available, it can be hard for us.
Is it though? I mean, you're in what 1038,
No, I'm in 1070.
1070.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see. I want to
The
see what
paper Fudo nation.
I want to see what you guys got cooking, and
Yeah, sure.
cause that
Please.
guy. Listen,
Please do.
that guy can only do so much.
We will love our review.
Okay, I know you guys' nation now. 57.
Yeah, you remember him as a paper Fudo.
Yeah, I remember you guys. Okay, so I was just looking at that BP. So they won't be able to hit Moam because they just don't have enough oomph. Now, if he send his Titans out and they do a team attack, they will be able to touch him. They'll be able to tickle him real good. But if his Titans inside, you guys won't be able to. They won't be able to really do too much with you. Only because now that top guy.
No, mostly most of our guys are able to hide our troops. I mean, if some remains, that's a different thing. But majority of the troops are hidden while they are attacking. Even
Right.
if it's a C40 that is attacking, I mean, they like to lead by example.
Well, let me ask you a question. Are you how are you? I don't know who you are in here. Like, are you? Sorry.
No, no, I'm pretty much down in that. I'm a C32,
Okay. So, well,
so you
these
won't be able to
these
troll.
guys got everyone in here has got to learn how to attack. Okay. So these all can hide their troops. Like the C-40 can hide his troops. So if he's not hiding his troops and he gets hit, no offense, he deserves it. Um,
Yeah, that's true.
he
But
can still hide all his troops too. He's right at that limit. Um, also, for say he can't hide his troop and he wants to attack someone in the enemy nation. Never go in the enemy nation while you're looking for a city to hit. Stay in your nation and look while you're in your nation, and you find someone or one of your other players finds something, they scout it, then port there, a little bit of ways, send your fleet in, get it back out, bubble up, and go back in your nation. Don't ever stay in the same nation. Hey, is it my microphone, guys?
yeah,
'Cause is my microphone messing up, or
Yes.
it is?
yeah, it's a bit sluggish.
It shouldn't be. That's the thing. Hold on.
Maybe try to unplug it and plug it back in. Sounds like the connection.
Yeah, sometimes the
How's
basic things that much help.
how's now? Is that better?
There you go.
Is that better?
No.
Not for me.
Well,
Somewhat, but
I'm
not.
sorry. Well, let me try to turn your coffee back on.
No, it's okay. It's
It is.
manageable.
Yeah,
If you don't like something,
it's literally
you,
midstream.
you can't understand anything.
It's literally midstream. I'm not gonna unplug something and replug it back in and have to do all this and that. Nah. Sorry.
No, it's good. No,
Yeah,
it's
it
good.
might be
Well, I know
you must
that
have smoked some
I know
cigarettes.
Discord does updates throughout the night, and whenever they do an update, it messes up every fucking thing, everything. So you got to redo everything. But back into this.
Can I just say one thing about the new event?
Yeah.
I just hope that they don't include any items and that they keep Void as it is. Like, no items, no new stuff that we should buy or any of that. That's my only concern. But
What about like if it's an extra buff, just an extra buff, like how the buffs that we usually have. Not saying
No,
that.
I'll be honest. If they add any items to Void War, I'm gonna be pissed.
yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Like Iron Blood style. Yeah, that
oh yeah,
wouldn't be
no,
good.
don't do
Like
that.
what they
Don't do
did for
that.
GC, for
Yeah,
example.
I remember I remember all that stuff.
I think they would add the existing items into it. Key.
I don't think
Use these.
I don't think that they're going to. Not remember. I don't know exactly what their plans are, but I don't think they're gonna like run up that same tree that they already had to
I hope not, yeah.
retreat from.
Yeah, they already got slapped down
Yeah,
because of the global conquest stuff.
Yeah, that would be not a good thing in their case. All right, we're back here. Back to these guys. So I'm just wondering about these down here. So what are these? They attack against melee. Like, what are these going to come from? So is this going to be? It says the head of state has special skill. Now, is this just the head of state? The reward. This guy. Is it just for this guy? Or is this...
No, I'm pretty sure you have to acquire that special skill. Camel is not gonna give it to us for free. Like that, you are participating in that. You get the skill. No, you go and you buy some stuff, and then you get the special skill.
No, for that specifically, it applies when that person, the head of state, whoever has that skin, when they use that skill, every person in your nation is going to get those buffs, except for, I'm assuming,
except for the
whatever alliances are marked as
now that's badass.
Oh man,
that's good.
That's badass then. Now,
yes.
So wait a minute. That means that you can't end your relationship with your the top two. You know how we usually would end our relationship in case someone gets caught with troops, we can hurry up and send in and kill the troops before the enemy nation gets them. That means...
No, I think it's regardless of that, because you're not making anyone an enemy unless they're actually an enemy. I don't think it has anything to do with unions, luckily.
Woody, is that in place of your Void, or is that another event?
This is in place of Void.
Really?
Yeah, it's like
You didn't.
it's like a league.
You didn't.
So
So you don't have in your nation right now. You don't have a void. You have this.
no, this isn't my nation. This is Nation 700.
Okay, but in their nation they don't have void. This is what they were given instead.
Yes.
It is void.
Yeah, our understanding is
This is the
it's
strongest.
void.
Yeah, this is the
No,
strongest commander.
it's gonna be a new event releasing soon.
How long does it say? How long each deal is it? Is it a certain time frame for each battle, or
So there's
kind of like Iron Blood or Chaos Land, or
it's going to be the same as Void, so how regular Void is, but it's like going to be like a champion, not a championship, but like a tournament between.
Tournament.
It's going to be a
but
tournament.
you're gonna have 3 days worth of it.
3 rounds.
24 hours.
3 rounds.
The
So
Right.
assumption,
So how long is each round?
1 week.
the assumption would be
So
that it's the same as it currently is time wise.
yeah.
Sounds like Iron Blood based off 3
No,
rounds.
no. See, let me. So this is going to be the same. You got all the gathering event, the recruiting event, the monster event. That's still 1 round. Okay. The kill event is still only going to be 1 day.
Okay.
It's going to be the same as Void. How we all know Void is right now. And,
Right.
And each round, you just know within like the next 3 months these are going to be your opponents. So if 709
so you know who your opponents are for the next 4 times in a row?
Correct.
Basically.
Correct.
Wow. What's the point of that?
3 times.
Shit.
Be nice.
What's the point of knowing?
There's no point in that.
Well, I mean, we already know what 2 days beforehand. So I mean, come on.
Hey, be nice, Loki.
So what's the point?
You don't technically know exactly who they are because it depends on who the winner is, obviously, of the two.
That feel good?
I think
It's just Camel telling you guys.
So are you gonna battle these 4
telling us,
nations?
guys.
Like you're gonna
gonna fight these
all 4
guys.
first round,
Be
the
prepared.
second round, and third to third. Then what happens to the nations that don't win?
It's tournament style.
I think that they're gonna go.
Right. So do they not get a void, or do they go back to the regular void?
I
one of the losers.
they play, yeah, I think they play one of the losers, or maybe they go
Bro,
they drop
we're
it to
gonna
a
get
different bracket. I don't know.
Go by this. Be nice. Try to give you a hug.
Hey, Woody, 5 minutes.
We got guys. We have way too many people talking at once right now.
Yeah, I can't understand.
Cowboy, can you mute your mic? I'm not sure if you're talking here or. Thank you, brother.
Awesome.
Yeah.
One more time, Woody. Say it again, please.
So the way that we're coming into this is like each round is going to be per void. Is the way we're only got this that we're going off of is what they're putting there. So once a month you have a void. So you're entered into this once a month, which each one you probably know who you're going to face. You know what I mean? So if 709 beats 697, they'll probably drop down to the winner of 701 or 742, and so on and so forth. Versus like by the 3rd round, you're going to have the 2 winners of all of them, because essentially there's going to be one that beats all of them.
I wonder if they'll pick one winner for each one, and then they'll match the next set of 4.
Yeah, then that's
the
what
same way.
I'm thinking that's going to happen. Like the winners start fighting the other winners, and then the other winners start fighting the other winners, and then at the end of the year there might be a big championship where 2 winners. And I'm seeing the YouTube chat, and they're all like, "Oh, this is just going to be a bigger money grab." And essentially, no, it's not. It's like you're not spending a single penny more than what you would spend in Void in the first place.
Disagree. I'll say why. Because now it's going to cause people to want to play and or have to play.
Well, I mean, have to. I mean, no one has to. No one can literally force someone to.
You know what I mean.
I know what you mean. It's going to give them the incentive. It's going to give them an incentive.
They're going to feel obligated. Let's go with that word. They're going to feel obligated to play now.
That does sound better.
Of course, people will feel obligated to play that. But regardless, we would feel happy about getting those 10 chests and 2-3 2-hour speed ups as a reward.
So is it a loss event still?
It is a kill. It says right here. It says Void War, and it's in quotation, and they say it twice. Void War with quotations. Like, I don't know. We already went over this. Like,
gotcha. No, I'm with you. Well, the lock nations probably won't go very hard then, except for 1 or 2.
Well, this one got Ronaldo's in there, so and
Well, Ronaldo's going to go hard. I can tell you that. But ain't nobody else in his nation goes hard. So
but
you should be okay.
yeah, and like I was saying before, it takes more than one person to win a void. I mean, Ronaldo can get tyrant. Don't get me wrong.
You know what's going to be funny though is this is going to change up how people use recruiting.
That is true, Woody. But I have a question about this. Since you guys are beta testing it, and if you play it, you would also suffer the losses of troops and other things.
Well, it's going to be the same as any void. People gonna.
But then this sucks, bro. If they are releasing it as a beta testing thing, and you guys lose stuff, then it sucks.
I mean, if you get hit in void, without even this, it sucks.
It's still void.
Yeah, void. This is the same.
No, on that thing I agree. If it's a void, if it's an event, and we lose troops, then that's fine. But if they are testing something,
but this is still void for them too.
Okay, so they are testing this thing, and they are telling that you will suffer losses in this.
I think the point here is you're still going to have 3 voids, and you're still going to have 3 voids in the same time. You would have 3 voids anyway.
Yeah.
So it's not like
before releasing it to public, they shouldn't make it like this.
Yeah, exactly. It's a nice wrapper around it to try and give it a bit more of a focal point, i.e., you're trying to fight these 7 other nations, and the best one will prevail because you'll have effectively a quarterfinal, semi-final, final.
Hey Woody, does the normal void banner show up under events for you? What threw me off is that the normal void banner shows up and the head of state banner shows up.
Yeah, that's what this is the banner that shows up right here. The regular void banner.
Yeah, you are lucky, bro. Both the banners are showing up.
No, I have both.
To me, it's only one void war showing.
Wait. You said you got both strongest commander and
that's what was throwing me off. The typical one. And I'll post it in the chat. The typical one.
Show us
that.
Go to your main page, Woody, on there. Exit out of that. Go to your where you can see your gold and stuff, and look on the right. So see, or no, it doesn't show that. It only shows one.
That's what was throwing me off. I was curious if it was like a double thing.
I don't think it is. I can't imagine it being a double. At that point, it'd be too much, like in my eyes.
So maybe you already covered this, but is this going to be a double void every month now, or is it just going to be like no longer having a regular void if you're in this bracket?
Well, it shows. See, Cowboys in 7-Eleven, which he posted this right here, and I actually visited 7-Eleven before I went into the 700. And I didn't have this in mine either, so that's why I came to 700. I was like, okay, well maybe 700's got it, and that's where this was at. Like, I'll show what I have in 7-Eleven, and it shows 7-Eleven being in this contest, unless they're not finalized who they're picking.
Yeah, so I think for anyone late coming to this, we'll know more on Monday because the actual times of round 1, round 2, and round 3 will show. The expectation is when they're released, there will be Monday and then 4 weeks time and 4 weeks after that for round 1, round 2, and round 3.
Where is that list of the people that?
So it will be a void, but it'll just be every month still, and they'll just not be in like a regular void.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean the assumption is it's the same thing with just a broader UI. You're seeing more people than just the 2 nations that are currently fighting, essentially.
Let's check out 373, see if I have it, and that one.
Did it say you only get kills in the other nation, or did I misunderstand that?
So the points only count in the other nation. So if you kill, it's same as void. You don't get points for killing your own nation. Guys, this is
okay. Not necessarily being in the other nation, so there can still be defense and stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, Woody, while you're in 373, look at the rankings.
Yeah, I
The
think all
person
the
that just
rules for
asked
the
that,
event
yeah, the
are
rules
just
are
the
the same.
same as normal void. Like nothing's changed. The only thing that's changed is the winner. Like you've almost got a predetermined void matchup in 4 weeks' time. Well, not predetermined because you will play if you win your game or your matchup. You will play one of the other 3 winners in your bracket of 8 teams.
Yeah.
That's the main change.
Okay, gotcha.
So
I
you
thought
pretty
I
much
misunderstood earlier.
you know what your bracket's going to be. So you're not like probably asking your VIP. You know that whoever's going to be the winner of those 4 brackets are going to be like, okay, well, I have a feeling I got these guys next one. You know, it's going to be one of those 2.
So 373 have it, Woody?
Yeah, 373. It does have it. And let's see if they have the other regular void. Damn it. So you got head
Yeah,
of state.
the description for Void War has always been one of Camel's like usual bad translations. It just doesn't make it clear what's actually happening, but it's the same thing.
But it is a lost event because I mean they clearly made sure that people know that this is Void War. Like this is a troop loss event. Like they quotated it too, like twice. So
That still sucks, Woody, because if you're saying every one of these is a month, and the people who didn't get it, you're talking what, 4, 5 months, 6 months before we get it? Am I wrong?
how long?
I'm guessing we have normal voids then.
How long did Polar take?
Yeah, I got a normal void, just like Woody did.
Right.
Yeah.
How long did it take before after Polar invasion was tested before we got?
We got it right after the very next time.
My
assumption. No, they had to go all rounds.
That's
yeah,
true.
My
That's
assumption
true.
would be
So all 8
that
rounds
you're
they had to go.
waiting, that you're going to be waiting until next GC.
Yeah. So
Oh, wow.
this will run until, if that time frame's correct, this will run until the week after this GC because it's 2 months, right? So the first one starts today or Monday or whatever, right?
Right.
4 weeks time, the next one 4 weeks time, and that will run until the end of effectively the week after GC, which would then be
Well,
very.
that sucks for us.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's no
Well, I
different.
mean,
Although it just means you can't face those 8 nations that are in, or those nations that are in that kind of testing stage.
I mean, guys, when there's testing like betas that happen, this happens all the time. Like even from when I was in 373, what was it, 349? They were in a testing phase for what event was it?
They're badges.
Yeah, badges. I remember. Yeah, the badges. So like, and we all thought, oh, that's no fair. They're cheating, so on and so forth. And as we know, everyone here know, badges they do help, yeah, but they're not a significant, huge difference maker. So, this right here, this is literally going to be just like Void, but you know who you're going to fight within those 3 rounds.
Gambit, what you just posted, does one of the nations have it as Frenzy instead of Void? What do you might want to scroll down?
Yeah, I'm going.
Yeah, it says Frenzy. That's interesting.
Huh.
Gambit's got one of them where it's set up like Frenzy. It's up a little bit more. Woody.
I tagged it at the bottom for you, Woody.
Oh. But that's 15 days. Versus these are, and this one's 29 days.
Maybe the first people got Void and the second batch got Frenzy. Maybe, Woody.
Maybe they're jumping back and forth. You know what?
It would imply the whole structure's kind of going into this.
Yeah, this is fucked up.
Approach.
Guys, you
They've
know,
revamped it basically.
This right here will prove Reuter's what Reuter was saying before, that your void ratio does count in Frenzy.
I mean, it definitely does.
Someone was saying that I can't remember what the game is, some like medieval based game that Camel do. Someone else will know what it is. This is the way that they do their voids as well, like this kind of 8-team tournament.
Are you asking or you're saying?
No, someone said that. I don't know whether there's any proof.
Well, that would be, I mean, the stuff they introduced into War and Order usually end up
I
here.
was going to say the same thing.
Later.
Yeah.
So the first event is going to be Void, and then the second event round will be. Well, that's funny because these guys are going to be started. Well, these are 15 days. Okay, so what I'm seeing is they're joining. They're having different nations join it in different rounds.
Woody, this is going to make you have to care about Frenzy. That's
absolutely it is.
So every nation like Lead God and all the other ones that take Void very seriously, but don't care at all about Frenzy, now will have to make a different decision.
Correct. They'll have to pick and choose. Well, if they want to be in the championships, or if there is going to be a championship, I'm not going to say there is, but if there is going to be a championship, they're going to have to care about Frenzy as well.
This also changes people requesting other nations because you're already going to be locked in.
That's true. That is true. That is true, unless they request it to be in that one.
So it's like what you said. It's 3 weeks and not 3 months.
Yeah, 3
That's
weeks.
right. Also.
Wait a minute.
Well, no, that second one was that was a frenzy one that said 15 days,
yeah,
right?
but
So
they
it
go
would
back.
imply that
They're going back and forth.
frenzy stops.
But we will we'll all have Frenzy in 15 days. So that timing lines
so
up.
it's going back. It's going like the first round. This will be for them Void, Frenzy, Void. So that's that's going to be 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Yeah. So like you said, yeah.
Hold on. So
is that what that last one is?
Hold on. Is this going to be a weekly thing now then?
No, it'll be every other week. So this will last a month and a half.
I was about to say,
a month and a half.
It'll be a month and a half.
Okay, yeah.
That's what we were missing. We didn't realize that round 2 is going to be Frenzy.
Okay.
Which also that explains why some people got it's a no-loss event, because for them it will be.
Yep. Because this first round for them is going to be Frenzy. Okay, that makes sense now. Now that that's clear. So basically, it's the same strongest commander, guys, except for there's better rewards at the end. And Frenzy is going to matter what place you play in. Like, if you want to stay bubbled all the time during Frenzy, well, yeah, you might just sacrifice your spot in this tournament.
And the way I'm interpreting that is like where it says Frenzy. I'm assuming they've just like clicked on it, and that's the tooltip for clicking on round 2 or something. I'm assuming everyone has Void right now. Yeah, that's what it was.
Well, I mean, because these guys don't start till 15 days when Frenzy starts, so their round 1 is going to be in 15 days, and versus these guys, their round 1 starts in 2 days. So
no, what I was trying to say is I think the tooltip changes when you click on round 1 and round 2.
No, it does not.
So that when it says 15 days.
See, it says this week's competition hasn't started. It doesn't give you. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah, now I see it. Yeah.
So everyone's going to have Void for the first round, Frenzy for the second, and then Void for the third. So it's a month and a half.
No, not necessarily, because these guys, their first round's going to be, because they're clicked on round 1, and it says Frenzy.
The color doesn't
change. But color doesn't change. Yours didn't just then.
Same as yours. So yeah.
Okay, yeah, I see what you mean now.
Yep.
Okay, so people are trying to be slick. Gotcha. People are trying to be slick. So I guess that guy wasn't wrong.
Yeah.
He wasn't wrong, but he wasn't right.
Yeah.
So what's the spread on?
So whoever didn't get it has to wait 6 weeks, basically, for the next set.
I think they're gonna sprinkle in.
Yeah.
I think they're sprinkling in. There's gonna be sprinkling these throughout the entire the game. Like one round will be these people. First week will be these people, and then like round 2 might be a whole different group. You know, because just by seeing, damn it, I lost it. Hold on.
Yeah, the thing we don't know is what happens afterwards. Like, I don't know. Do you get points and then you move up and you face better nations, or like who knows?
Well, I mean,
what I was curious though is like the 500 nations going to be fighting against like the 800 nations.
I mean, Honestly, I don't know, but I would say this would be a better algorithm way to figure out where you're more settled out to be, or should be.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, if you got like 373 to just fucking overpower all these guys with like no problem whatsoever, then maybe 373 shouldn't be in this bracket and they drop down to the next bracket.
Yeah, that's what I was curious about. Like, I mean, if it's Ronaldo and he's going to be facing all the same people, you know, he's just going to wipe the floor and win that tournament, or is it going to be a tournament between, you know, every world?
Right. I don't think this is going to be based like how freaking Polar is, to where like you're fighting Nation 1 and you're like in the 800s. I don't think that's going to be like that. And I can't imagine that they would ever do something similar to that, because that would just be way too overpowered, you know, or 219 versus like 772 or 732. That would just be too much. Too much of a gap.
I mean, shit, we've been facing 385 and fucking getting our dictated to us.
Oh, I know. I had a face 385 too, man. It wasn't fun. I knew we weren't gonna win it, but I did try. Got my ass kicked, but I did try. I did get
I
void timer.
guess, yeah. If you keep winning, though, you know, you'll find your ceiling eventually, even if there is a big gap.
Well, yeah, and I think I was reading in one in Reuter's Discord that I think what was it you ain't about it. It was saying that they got another 700 nation for void this time, and remember me saying ask for merger and see what happens, because once you get your merger,
Well, yeah, they've got 799, but then
yeah.
on an equal measure, we've got 987 this week, and they've got one C37 and 9 C35s or above,
Well, you're
and we're
not.
facing them. So
I mean, You're not gonna get. You can't get hard ones every time. For instance, 385 had us. Um, Just the Tip had us. You know, to them that's like, oh, this is a freebie. We can sit back and chill. We don't really gotta fight hard. While us over here, like, come on, guys, we gotta try. Like, I think the hardest part about like when you go up against the older nation is like when you have 34s. You have 34s and they're not farms. Well, every 34 in those older nations are farms. So like they're at that point, they're like, there's really nothing they can do. I think that's the hardest part about dropping down into that those kind of brackets for void.
Yeah, I will
yeah,
say
like
that the 385,
Yeah, that kind of a
the
drop set.
891 swing is kind of wild to me for y'all.
Well, you said 385 and who?
Like you said, you played 385 a while back. I remember that.
Yeah.
You guys are playing 891 this time, right?
Dude, I haven't even checked.
Yeah.
How do you know something I don't know?
I saw someone we have a global in our global conquest chat. We have a post your void matchups, and 891 is in ours.
So 891 is gonna who 736 is up against?
Yeah, I think that's what they said. I could be mistaken.
891. Let's see who we got cooking over here. Let's see. Oh, Archangel.
Rally, is it you online?
That guy's super strong. This guy, he's super strong.
Jeez, 41.
But where's his
yeah,
What is
Archer's
Oh, geez, no.
Archer's maxed.
Yeah,
I wouldn't touch him with our 10-feet pole.
I mean, I'll fight fleet for fleet, like, you know, like attack and defending, but I won't hit a city. And it's the same. It's
Yeah,
the same,
definitely not.
yeah, and it's the same. Like, they won't hit my city, because just by looking at what they have, they don't have enough. Not yet. They're still too new to do damage at a city at my caliber. And the same for Archangel. We don't have enough to do damage to a city at his caliber. Now, once we get merged, it would be a different story. Because then we'd have a lot more 41s and a lot more. I would say it takes at least, 7 to 8 41s that are decently strong, and 39s and 38s to all be in there. And we're excluding 37s to be able to take
And still, Woody, you would be taking some loss in that. I mean, second, third attacks, you would destroy it, but in the first attack, there would be some losses.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, that
Totally. Yeah.
absolutely. But yeah, we're not going to try to go after him. No, that'd be
Yeah, you
insane.
have to be a bit crazy about it.
And just
And
like
if you are backed into a corner, that this is the only thing we can come out of, then definitely you would try it.
I
But
don't, I,
yeah.
I don't honestly, I don't think they'd even try like for say me. I mean, you're talking about you look like they would try these guys, 100% they would. Um, but
No,
they look
no,
at
no, they're
me.
never gonna try you.
Yeah, they're not going to try me.
Mm,
And if they do,
yeah,
I already know
exactly.
they just don't have enough to do
Yeah,
what they need to do.
definitely.
Yeah, like nations like 3, 5. Oh yeah. Nations like 5, 6, 7. Oh yeah. They have what it takes. But they've got their second merger. They got many cities that are 41s, 40s, 39s, and 38s. Like 30, like I'm gonna say 38 is like the cutoff line to be able to take down a city like that. Um, you put 37s in there and 36s, like literally you're doing more damage to yourself than you are to like a city at my caliber. Like you're hurting your attack by having them in there because of the troop type.
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm. What nation was that again? You said it was 9, no 8. What was it again? You said 891, 9. Yeah, 891, right?
891.
Are they in civil war? I guess that's the question. And what can it come up as it with a plan?
Now, Arch hasn't been playing as much recently, so maybe you'll catch him on a good day or a bad
Well,
day.
well, I guarantee you, they're gonna tell him, guys, you're up against Woody. He's gonna be like, oh, I'm there. You already know he's gonna be like, yep, I'm there. It's the fucking
So
Super
who's
Bowl.
yeah,
Yeah,
It's the
Bugger.
fucking Super Bowl.
I'm right here.
so did you say who's Woody?
You're in here? Is Archangel in here? Oh, I thought you said he was in here. But yeah, he's this guy we would try. We would try that, but probably nothing past that right now until we get a second merger. These guys got to be careful though. Same with our people. Like cities that are not way up there, they got to be careful because they can be hurt. Hmm. You guys ever fought? Who's here has fought these guys?
Yeah, we've fought them a bit. Um, just they're kind of round our nation. So, like I said, Archangel, he got big. He got super big real early. Like him and Patriot were the guys who were just, they probably had max Titans and Warplane for at least 6 months, probably longer. But then he doesn't play as often as he
Right.
did. And then they got a merge with someone. Someone else will probably know who they merged with.
They merged with this
Maybe
guy.
903?
They merged
Yeah,
with
maybe 903, not sure.
they merged with this guy. Whoever Santa Scar is. Santa Scar. Is that Sati? I can't even pronounce it. Satatesker. I'm not even gonna try.
Yeah, leave it.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. There we go. The Jedi.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. There we go. That's Obi. Now watch what's gonna happen. It's gonna come Void time. These are the people. His name's gonna say Obi-Wan. And at that point, I'm like, he heard my fucking podcast. Damn. I think this will be fun though. I think this is relatively fair. A fair matchup. Well, maybe not so fair, but he's got only 131 kills. What's this guy got? 153, 105.
Yeah, they are killers.
I mean,
I think it'll really come down to whether Arch plays heavily or not during the kill.
yeah. That's I'm wondering, and I hope none of them that are there, if we do, I hope they're not taking anything the wrong way. I'm wondering if these guys over here only fight when Archangel's on. And I'm only saying that because the numbers are relatively close, other than like these top two up here. They're all relatively close to the same as what Archangel's got. So, in my eyes, I would say, well, they're only fighting when he's on, and that's it. Like if
I
he's
don't know. I'm kind of
What did we
interpreting
fought
that
them?
as
okay,
Archangel doesn't fight like that. Kimber
yeah,
is the killer in that nation. Archangel is really not he's not on, so they say. He a businessman that really never plays.
wait,
yeah,
who's the killer?
Kimber.
Nah, Kimber left like
yeah.
4 or 5
Kimber's
Oh,
months
not.
ago.
so I don't know who the killer is in that nation anymore. They might be trash then. If Kimber
No.
gone.
Well, which one was Kimbo?
Can you see one? I can't.
I don't know who's in Kimber City.
I'm pretty sure he was a C-38 when he left.
So
So it must be,
Savage Sausage or AMG? It's got to be.
yeah,
It's got to be one of
must
these.
be
It's got to be one of these two.
one of those.
I think it's probably AMG because I remember Savage, and I think AMG was in a smaller city, but I could be wrong.
Ooh, he's not safe.
But yeah, like I think LB's probably right on that because I don't know. I'm not a whale, and I have double the amount of kills that Archangel does.
Yeah.
So
Well, I hope they fight. I really do. You know, I don't care about losing troops. That's what they're made for.
yep.
I mean, in reality, that is what troops are made for, to die. Hope he fights.
Hope it's fun.
I'm hoping so. I hope they don't do the whole, let's recruit heavily in this, let's all stay bubbled. I hope they don't do that shit, because that'll just annoy the hell out of me. And I'll put them on a fucking, a blacklist. What if, guys, this ain't gonna happen, this ain't gonna happen. What if, um, a bubble piercer is introduced into this new thing? For $500, you can get a bubble piercer.
That'd be dangerous.
Oh,
Not say, not guys. Listen. It's not going to ever happen for Void. I'm telling you that
No.
now. It will never happen in Void where you can lose real
That'd be the
troops.
first start to the end of the game and people quitting.
Exactly.
Ever
So
happens?
I'm
I
just
was about
saying.
to say,
I'm
if
just saying.
hypothetically,
It was
if they
insane.
did, the
I'm
first
just
thing I would do is use it on that guy in our nation that everyone wants to kill.
right.
It
Yeah,
should be
I wouldn't even use it
presidential
on the
buff.
enemies.
Oh, these guys are saying my freaking shit sounds like a. Hold on. Sounds like a bee in my mic. Hold on. Is it still there? Messed up. I don't know what to say, guys. I'm live, so bzz, 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 bee buzz. I don't know what to say. I can't fix stuff while I'm live. Like I would have to end the live to start fixing stuff. So I'm sorry. It is what it is.
Would you like a computer? You need to upgrade your mic to a bit.
Well, I mean, I got this mic right here. I got this mic right here. I got this mic up here, and I just ordered a sound card that will be here on the 23rd, and 2 other webcams. And I'm also going to be getting some other cool, neat stuff to add on to stuff, like a stream. What do they call that thing? A stream pad? No, a stream something. I forget what it's called, but I'm getting it.
A stream deck.
Stream deck. That's it. That's what I'm getting to. Thank you, Cowboy. I knew it was.
Sounds good, bro.
Now I just got to figure out how to use it all. So what do you guys think? You guys think this is decent? I mean, it's relatively the same thing that we're doing already, except for at the end of the rainbow, there's an actual reward. A skin and nation thing. What do you guys think? Be honest.
Think
When it
Camel's running out
releases
of
for
money.
us,
Well, what?
when it releases for us, we might able be able to judge it. But right now is the first exposure we are getting from your stream.
Yeah, yeah.
So I can't really say anything about it.
I think that I think if there is like a championship at the end, and I'm actually hoping Camel hears this, if there's like a championship at the end where like all the first place players start fighting, they're like in the, like a last bracket, they're all in one. I think that'd be badass. But we don't know.
Definitely, that would be badass.
Yeah, that would be badass,
But
honestly.
if Camel doesn't make it like Triangle War finals or DoD finals, like this sort of a thing, then it would be pretty cool thing to have.
I really hope it's not like Triangle War or DLD kind of thing, man. I really do, because I don't like DLD or Triangle War. I really don't like it whatsoever.
I don't think things are really going
Yeah,
to change, man.
exactly.
I don't think things are going to change. I think this helps with sorting faster. So if you have like two nations that are in civil war and they don't want to fight, they're going to get sorted to the bottom of this list faster. So you might get better matchups without even having to try to have a championship like you're talking about, Woody.
Right.
It's just people are going to, the winners are going to move to the higher brackets faster now. I don't think it's really going to change for the average player.
Yeah, I mean that's
Yeah,
that,
exactly.
and I like that you said it like that too. Is that like they'll just be sorted out? Like
I think
this would be like the
yeah,
better algorithm. Like you get to choose your own algorithm kind of deal. But
I think the inclusion of frenzy in the middle is very interesting,
Uh,
given that a lot of
I
nations just don't really bother with frenzy. So the fact that it now means something, and you can't effectively win this tournament without doing well or winning your frenzy matchup in the middle is
yeah,
quite interesting.
no more blowing off frenzy anymore, guys.
This could turn into some civil wars for nations that don't care about frenzy and may disagree if they should. This could definitely cause some wars.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I didn't think about that.
yeah,
Ooh.
I have a query regarding frenzy. I mean, I
This
love
huge
frenzy in
locker room
that way that we have a tower that even if all of the people are bubbled, that there is a tower that we can attack. I mean, in the last void, we got an opponent. They were all bubbled except a trap city, and eventually, after 3 4 hours, we had to hit the trap city. We lost the battle in the trap city, but nothing we could do. They were all bubbled. In Frenzy, I like this thing that there is a tower. At least if they are not attacking or doing anything like that,
Hmm.
like we can go and occupy that tower.
Well, Yoda, let me ask you something. Because
Yeah, sure.
there is that truce for frenzy, the truce time. Um,
Yeah, true time.
so at what point do you have to choose what truce you're going to use, the timing wise? Because remember,
Uh,
like you just said, that you were down, but you were able to hit that tower and get those points that you needed. So if they truced at that time, you're fucked.
True, we might be fucked,
Now, how's
but
that
the
going to
thing
work with
is,
the towers?
like we have three alliances.
Hmm.
I mean, practically only one alliance. The other two are secondary ones, but we have the same truce time.
And
So
that's
when
smart.
we
That's smart. That's smart. 100% smart. That's what we do.
so when we are down, we are not able to attack. No other people is able to attack us. But when we are up, we at least need to have a target. In Void, people can just bubble, open just a trap city,
Hmm.
and there's like nothing we can do about it. But in Frenzy, if there is a tower available, at least we will try to go hit that. In Void, what we end up doing, we know this is a trap city. If we are lagging behind in points, this is the only target we have, and we have to hit it. We end up losing points, we end up losing the battle itself.
No,
But at least we have to try.
yeah. What would you think about if they put towers in void?
That would be fucking cool.
They should.
At least at that time, they would have to also defend the tower. And if they are defending the tower, they are also losing the points, and we can also gather our people around it. Like we are going to attack it. We can have 50, 60 people attacking our tower. That is fine.
I actually honestly like the towers, and I really wish that they would bring in the void because during frenzy, I'm gonna tell you what, man, like it's very active in the tower areas. You know, other than the person that sends
Yeah. I
one
mean, the
freaking
only battles we fight are mostly in towers only.
yeah. You know what? You ever notice that there's always that one guy that sends one zombie? Like, what is that one zombie doing? He is not gaining a single goddamn point. What are you doing? Like, you, you ain't getting no points from that. 1 point
Yeah,
per 10
exactly.
minutes. Like, I don't think they realize that.
So here's a question with one of the new rules. It says you only can get points in the enemy nation. So how's that going to work for towers?
It's not new. It's the same exact
Yeah.
description for Void War. It's just a poor translation that's always been there.
Okay.
When
Yeah,
they
it has
say
been
that,
always been there. If you have a city in your own nation and that is unbubbled, you can go attack it. There would be no points exchange regarding.
correct.
You will kill the troops and you
Well,
will
yeah,
return
hitting your
them
own
whatever.
nation.
Yeah,
That's what
if
it's
you,
trying to describe.
yeah, if you attack your own nation, there's no points.
Okay, see, it was coming across to me. I guess I was reading it wrong. Like you weren't going to get any points if you attacked the enemy nation in your nation.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
it's
God,
a horrible translation.
that
Yeah,
would be
I mean,
horrible.
technically they are correct. You won't get any points by attacking your own nation. But the only plus point is that the enemy wouldn't get any points by attacking that city which you attacked.
Yeah.
When you read camel translations, don't assume that you're the person in the wrong. It's generally
I
just
mean, you're
shitty
not.
translation.
You are not wrong at that. You are not wrong. And I'm not even trying to talk shit about camel, but like, it's true. Like, the wording is so like it can be right or it can be 100% the opposite way. Like,
I had to get half these boosts for with these weird translations translated for me. I think it's so confusing.
oh boy. Well, I hope this doesn't take. I hope that my nation ain't in this when I decide to go to Dubai this summer. Yeah, I'm trying to. I think that's where I'm gonna spend my freaking vacation this summer is in Dubai. I don't know. There's people out here that lives out there.
I'm sure there's probably a couple.
I know Archie's in Dubai. I know a couple people out there, but or I'm probably gonna. It's either Dubai or Vegas. I'm trying to figure out which one. But if it's Vegas, it's gonna be in May, so I can go to that electronic event that's out there, kind of like Tomorrowland, but it's what AMC or AMD or something like that. I forget the name of it.
Tomorrowland.
Yeah, Tomorrowland. It's so on my bucket list.
I'd so take Dubai over Vegas though.
Yeah.
What are you gonna get a EDC costume going?
No, it's the event. Oh man, there's an event in May 16th in Vegas.
What is it, like EDC or something?
It's a dance,
Yeah.
electronical Vegas.
Kind of EDC.
You need to do a Woody helmet then. You know, kind of like Deadmau5 had his mouse helmet. You need a Woody helmet.
Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, I don't remember the exact name. You know what? I know exactly where it is. Hold on. I can show you exactly what it is. I got the message right here.
What, Tomorrowland?
Yeah, it's EDC.
Yeah, EDC. Yeah, EDC in May.
Yeah, Tomorrowland happens in.
That's in July.
Originally, it's in Belgium, but
So
now it also happens in Brazil and some other countries also.
yeah,
now.
yeah. But this year it's in Vegas.
Okay.
Last year I think it was in Brazil, and then they had it in New Zealand, and then in Paris or London, somewhere around there. But yeah, that's I definitely.
No,
wanna
yeah,
do
they originally hold it in Belgium, but there are other versions. They hold it all over the world.
think this is it. There's the lineup right here. That's a, and I know this is totally off topic, but
Yeah. Oh yeah. It it really says here
but I
EDC
mean, but
Las Vegas.
you say the words EDC or Tomorrowland, and everyone in the world knows what that is. They're like, ooh.
Exactly.
They're like, oh, I want to go too. But I was looking at tickets. They're like $1,000 per person. I'm like, oh my god. But it's a 3-day event. I really want to go. So I'm debating if I'm going to go here. But timeline is May 16th to 18th. But that's just like, that's literally right around the corner. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to make that one.
Listen, man, don't complain about the ticket prices. You know what kind of game you play. You know the ticket prices.
Yeah. I mean, you ain't wrong.
I mean, yeah, just trade your gold plane for it.
You're not wrong. I think there was one in like June 22nd. I think it was. Yeah, you can tell I've already looked at this. Whoa. It's like $800 for the ticket, I think. But I mean, that ain't too bad. Yeah, it's in Belgium this year. This is not what I'm looking for.
It's been in Belgium quite a few times.
Has it though? Yeah, this is it. July 18th to the 20th, and then the second week goes to the 25th to the 27th.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Everyone's like, "Oh, it's gay. What do you know?" It's not. It's not. It's not. Like I'm literally trying to get all the music stuff here, so I can start trying to make my own beats and stuff like that. I mean, I know how to use some of it, but that'd be badass. Anyways, back to the game. Any questions? Because we're like literally an hour and a half in, and I need to get to sleep sometime. So, we have any questions I might be able to answer?
I do got one question.
Yeah.
You kept mentioning brackets. How do you know that it's not like polar in round two? It's just a whole nother set of nations.
We don't. Well, no. You have to know because they're in those 3 rounds. Or
But
you're talking.
it just shows the first one. So, like for example, at polar, you have your set of nations you're facing for one week, one round. Then the next round's just a total random different nations.
Well, let's go back man, I'm gonna just stay in one of them. They have it.
Yeah, I guess in future iterations, there's nothing stopping it being more than 8 teams, for example. Like there's nothing that could stop that being 64 or 100 or every single nation.
I mean,
I guess we just have to wait.
And you're not wrong with
Wait and
that.
see.
You're not wrong with that because I was noticing when that person, I think it was when they posted all that stuff up here about different frenzy and void. Let me find it again. They got the different days right here. So this one starts in a day and 9 hours, and then the second round 15 days, but that would be the first round. So is it possible? I mean, this is still new, so we're just speculating, guys. So, is it possible that the second round, when this starts, that let's just say these guys drop into your second round, but it's their first round, and you're going against them, and then if that's the case, it would be a like a tournament, like tournament style, and then the winners just go against other winners all the time. Yeah, that's like 30 days from now. And that would be round 3 for some people, and that's their first round. I guess we're just going to have to see. But I'm still
Yeah,
good.
my guess is probably not because a lot of the way that the trophies read,
Yeah.
like the whatever it is, or the equivalent of the aggregated void commander, you'd think it's within that distinct set of nations who are in that 8 teams or 8 nations.
Yeah, and
But it could change, right?
Yeah, no, well, because it says right here, a total of 3 rounds every season. So, I think that these are going to be the rounds for that one season.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
I think the thing that we don't know is what happens afterwards, right? Like, do we
Correct.
get points, and then the more points you get, you go into higher brackets, or do they then just keep that in the background and match you with more appropriate nations the next time? Who knows?
yeah, I think this is essentially we're getting a glimpse into what their algorithm is already doing as far as tiering. Like that's you would assume that their algorithm is picking these 8 teams as
For
being somewhat on the same tier, right?
for like a reason. You know,
Yeah, so we're
they're
getting
being
it. We're getting like a glimpse into what they're already doing. Now you just have a better idea of 8 other nations that are kind of roughly around where you are. The difference is moving forward, they can use this to, as some have already said, and Woody mentioned earlier, they can use the results of this to kind of fast track people into like better tiers for like as far as what they can handle.
yeah.
So I think it's probably a net positive, but it's also a net positive for you to have a better idea of who else around you is kind of roughly playing the same. You see what I'm saying? Like who else is in the same tier? If you've ever wondered that type of stuff.
Well, for all you know, you might have like 30 people in your same tier, but they're only allowed to like pick 8. So I mean,
Yeah,
you never know.
there's
Next
that.
season might be a whole different tier, but it's in the same bracket as you.
Yeah, and I guess what I'm getting at is like prior to this, you would just be it would all be guesswork.
Yeah, because I mean, you think about it. After people get merged, um, they can move to a different tier because now they got the tools to make shit happen.
Yeah,
So and
like
this would definitely be a good tool for their camel and honestly probably us as well to understand exactly how camel's doing it. When they're picking, you know, because 736 against 385. I mean, that was really not any part of what this should be doing. But yeah, I think you're 100% right on that one. Any more questions, guys?
Hey, is there any lock nations in that bracket right there?
Yeah, 693. 693 and 742.
So it's not exclusive. That's interesting.
No, it's not exclusive. I don't know anything about 697 or 666. I don't know those nations, so there's a possibility that they could be in a lock nation as well. I just don't know who they are.
Gotcha.
But we can find out. Let me try 666. Wait, I thought actually I think 666 is not. It is. So 666 is a lock nation as well. And then we have where'd it go? That's not it. And then we have 697. Well, that says 1 by 1. So I don't think that's a lock nation. Because there is no Chinese writing or whatever writing that there usually is. So it looks like 666, 742, and 693. 3 of them are definitely lock nations. Damn it.
So it's kind of forcing them to play Void then.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is more lean towards the let's get people in frenzy to fight. Because like we said, if you plan on going, being a winner of this, you're gonna have to fight frenzy too.
Here's your list of lock nations just posted.
Let me scroll down. Jump to present. Is that all there? Okay, that's just up to 888. I know there's a lot more than that, but okay, so yeah. So there's 666, 1, 2, and 3. Literally right, one after another. Okay. You guys ever wonder how freaking Void War goes with Black Nations when they're up against each other? Like, who wins?
We have never seen battle reports of them.
Like, I mean, I know it happens. I know it happens against unlocked versus locked, but like, what happens when locked versus locked? Like, what's the outcome? Like,
I
is
feel
it?
like watching Graspro would be
It would be so fun to watch. Definitely.
Let me attack your farm. Attack yours. I don't know. I feel like they're gonna watch this and think Woody's talking shit, but I'm not. I'm really not. Anyone that is going against Lock Nation knows what I'm talking about. Like, you'll go into the kill event like 4 billion behind, but come out with like 12 billion ahead. You do the math. How? Don't know. But all right, guys, I'm gonna end this stream soon. All right, Archie says void for Lock Nations resource sale. Oh, I heard it. I think someone was saying that some of the Lock Nations, like in 555, some of the big players decide to retire from the game. So I'm wondering if those
Yeah, I saw that.
cities. I'm wondering if those cities are just sitting there empty now.
ready to be emptied.
Woody, before you end your
Yeah,
stream, can you please again look at 1070?
1070.
I have a couple of questions.
Okay. Gotta find it first.
Yeah, they should really give an option to type in the nation number and.
All right. What question do you have? What question do you have in 1070?
I mean, I feel like we are pretty much decent in regarding that we have our shit together in our nation,
Okay.
that we are in one alliance and all.
Absolutely.
But sometimes we are matched against an opponent. Like in the last void, we matched against 840. They had like every city C34. We have like 3040. And they had only like one city open. We know it's a trap, but after 3-4 hours of watching every movement, we knew if we have to get some point, we have to hit this trap city only.
Well, let me ask you something. What kind of trap was it? Like they had a lot of people reinforced?
Yeah, they had a lot of
Okay.
people.
So
It was a like C34 or C35 city open.
see,
Hmm.
those are the kind of, if your big guys are online, those are the kind of traps you wish that you found. I'm
Yeah,
being 100%
I mean,
serious.
Those
Like,
are the ones you put
so
the Viper call out for.
let me tell you what we did. So one of our big guy came online. We told that this is a trap city. So we decided on that the big guy would hit on it,
mhm.
use SOS, and retreat on time.
So
So he hit on that. There were like 5-6 people reinforcing. He retreated. So we were like, it's all right.
so let me
So we
let me give you some advice. For those trap cities. Let's say you have 20 or 30 people online, right? Your big guy's
yeah
online, you know it's a trap. All of you send at the same time. Have your big guy go in there first. Make sure he doesn't enter in until everyone sends. So that way, if they do bubble, you guys can speed in and still get in versus bouncing off the bubble.
yeah that I agree with. But he wasn't even bubbling. So when the first time we sent our major top guy in.
I found you.
There were like 5, 6 people. He retreated. Okay, that's fine. So we thought that it would be only 5, 6 people reinforcing. So we called in 10 guys. So we went with 10, 12 guys, and there were 20. So again we retreated. We brought in 40 guys, and we went with 40, and then there were 60.
So they had 60 in there, or you had 60?
Yeah, then they had 60 in there. We had like around 35, 40.
Yeah, because 840 that was a merged versus unmerged
Yeah,
matchup.
that was a merged nation, and we are unmerged nation. So getting in 40 guys in a single time attack, that is a very much difficult thing to do.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, that's something like every nation they they go through. Okay, they do go through, and once you do get a merger, you can better situate who you want in there. You know, either the top players in there or the active players that are in the same time zone and the top players in there. And when it comes to like Void or Frenzy, you know, your top players, they know the times where all the other big players are online. They know what it is. Um, best thing to do is like set an elite war for that time. That way you got 50, 60 people online. And while they're online and directly after Elite War, you try to go for that hit with that 60 to 70 people. A lot of alliances and nations out there, they'll do that. They'll set a certain time to where everyone's going to be awake and everyone wakes up mainly for Elite War. We can't. Let's not lie. We usually do.
Yeah.
So
No,
with that being,
yeah, I have already. I have also seen this with 923 Alliance and that Rotor Alliance.
well, I think,
They always set an elite war on the kill event day.
well, I mean that kind of like
I mean, it might be their strategy
I mean, it might be the
or
strategy.
whatever.
We're not gonna call them out in here because
Yeah,
um,
on that.
but I mean that's a lot of alliances and nations will do that, because people want big hits, right? So if you know that, like for say Frenzy, they got 30 people in that fucking tower. Okay, cool. As soon as the war is over, let's go get that tower and knock them out. And I guarantee you, they're like, "Whoa, what the fuck just happened?" And
Yeah.
so like
Yeah.
that's
Exactly. And this is the thing I was wondering. I mean, if it was Frenzy, there is a tower that we can hit. But if it's in Void, we can't hit anything. There's only this trap city, and that might also bubble.
Well, I mean, when it comes to Void, I'm gonna be honest with you. Void is more strategic than it is just sending at a city. Like you gotta set your own traps and hope to God. Like for instance, if you see a city that's fogged but unbubbled, I guarantee you that's a trap. Like you probably won't get hit. But if you see a city unbubbled and you scout it and everyone's doesn't fucking send reinforcements right away, and they scout it and they see 2 fleets in there, they're gonna send. If that's the case, once they're sending,
Yeah,
that's
true.
when you wait for the battle to start. If you're reinforcing, wait for the battle to start. Then speed in there. Do not ever speed in when someone's slow walking 1 fleet, because I guarantee you that's going to be a test fleet. And if they see you reinforcement, you just ruined your own trap. Like
Yeah,
wait to that
that's true.
wait to that battle to start, then speed in there. And like those are the kind of things that you gotta do about setting traps. Like it's more strategic than anything. I have seen even from my own alliance. Like we're setting a trap and someone's coming in and you got 5 people reinforcing. It's like, well, you just blew your own trap away. What the fuck are you doing? Or people will be like, oh, let me send it to monsters. Or let's put some fireworks on the guy that we're trying to trap. Like, come on, dude, you're trying to make yourself look like you're sleeping, kind of deal. And they're here like hunting monsters, sending fireworks. Like you're blowing it. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? But yeah, that's
No, yeah, that's also kind of true. But if you are lagging behind in points, eventually you have to try something.
yeah. But setting fireworks and setting it for monsters isn't what you gotta try. I mean,
Yeah, yeah. I
that's
mean,
telling them that you're
do
waiting for
that.
them. Like, hey
Best thing
guys.
I can think of for the scenario that you described is you got to come with those 60 people from the start. You don't want to send your biggest guy in that specific scenario that you're talking about. Sending the biggest guy in just alerts them to the fact that they might actually get some action on their trap soon, and then only sending 10 or something people into that city afterwards. I mean, you're giving them time for people to see their Viber chat or whatever they have that they're sending out to get people online.
Yeah, exactly. I get that. They
Yeah.
get the time to inform their people to come online and be
Yeah,
active.
you got to bring everyone all at once and just give it your best shot. And then if that's not working, or at the same time, if you're in a scenario where you're down, you just got to do your best to try and make something look appetizing enough for, even though they're up in points, someone or a bunch of them think it's a good idea to hit city that doesn't look like a trap. And just figuring out the way to try and get that done is kind of the only two things that you can do in Void when you're down, if they are very bubble tight.
Well, I mean, we all know.
Yeah, and
We all know that there's always going to be those one people, those people out there that they're like, oh well, you know what? I can just send these out in bubble before my troops get there, and they do it like 10
oh
times,
no.
and then they start like, well, why do I got a bubble? So I'm going to just send them out and not bubble, and yeah, those are people that usually get caught. It happens in every single nation. I don't care who you are. Like, it happens. I don't know
Yeah,
what's
it definitely happens.
like. It happened. It happens in my alliance, and all of a sudden you get that message. Yeah, they caught me. No shit, dude. We were all watching. like, like
I know
I'm like,
that new update where you can shield after sending out scouts. I don't like that one bit.
you don't like that?
Wait,
No.
wait, wait. Is there an update that you can shield after sending out a scout?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a recent update in the past 2 or 3 months.
Oh, I think it
Horrible
was.
update.
I think it was longer than that. Like, I think
That's not true. It's been out for
I
over
mean,
a
It's
year.
been like
I
a
don't
year. I was gonna say it's
understand
been like a
10,000
year.
It's been over a year since it's
but
been out,
really,
guys.
I guess some of us didn't realize that.
I
We just didn't
remember.
tell you.
I remember having a live about that.
Yes, you did, buddy.
Well, I apologize.
But I mean, honestly, I love doing that. Like, I will literally.
scouting while shielded.
I will scout, bubble, and speed that scout in.
I mean, do you really need to bubble while scouting?
Well, yeah, when you go against like 567 or you go against 385, yeah, fuck yeah, you need a bubble. Like, I'm not safe there. No fucking way, I'm not safe there.
That's not true, Woody.
Yeah.
Everybody's safe in
Everyone
567.
is
We can't hurt anybody.
Yeah.
No need for bubbles.
Shush. Yeah, in what nation was that? Zen Monkey. They figured out against what
It's 594.
594 figured out about against Marcus's nation that he's he is not safe. And
Yeah, he's
freaking
missing a lot of BP now.
yeah, I think that's the first I've heard I brought his name up in a while. Wow, been a
Oh
while.
no, he was one of the ones that for 700 were talking shit to. 700 Nation was talking shit to him big time.
I'm going back. I
Oh
want
my.
to now. I want to see the nation chat, the global chat.
Oh, it's all lit on fire, bro. It's
Here
bad.
I'm going back and forth through accounts. Now I want to see it.
It's in Civil War or some shit.
They talk some massive shit.
Dude, welcome to my world. I'll be honest with you,
I mean, we're talking one nation though in the whole GC, and they're the
Dude.
ones causing all the drama and talking
dude,
shit.
they do it. They lose every fucking time.
Don't even have a fucking C41, and you're talking shit to a 594
Jesus
Zen Monkey
Christ.
who's a goddamn max
How many
account.
accounts do you have, Woody?
Oh, I got lots, lots.
They were talking shit to me, Woody. I couldn't believe it.
Oh, they were talking shit to me too. So
Oh no, they're still talking shit about you.
we had we had Void against them, right? And they did that shit to us, and then they found out that right after Void, we had GC against us. Oh,
Woody, they talked
dude.
shit to Dre at 587, and Dre said, "Oh, we'll see you in an hour."
Ooh,
And they came
look at
in
that,
and
look at that,
they
look
got
at that.
160 points in GC.
Guys, look at that.
700 did.
What is that?
What the fuck is
It's a
going
bad
on?
stream.
You guys seeing this shit? Let me stop it.
What's going on?
You see it all?
Now I do. Are they really? They are.
Dude, nonstop.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you what. They will definitely give you. You definitely use some gold in GC chat. I've heard there was
They
like.
didn't even play. They had like 15 accounts show up.
Oh man, that's jeez.
Talking all that shit and don't even show up.
Woody just upgraded his PC, and it's still
Oh,
showing like this.
they made fun of Woody in there a bunch.
Oh, I'm sure they did.
Yeah, talking shit. No, they talk shit to everybody, bro. To me, to fucking Zen Monkey, a bunch of people.
Dude, you do realize like when they did that in our global chat, dude, like anyone that they went up against, they got zeroed out like every single round by a different nation. That just,
I'm gonna catch that T-37, 93 million BP. I promise you.
dude, he doesn't unbubble. He does unbubble.
Bro, they claim he's the Messiah.
No, he doesn't unbubble. We had him in two voids, and he did not unbubble any time.
They were putting his stats out there saying he's 1350 and 1450 attack MRA. He's like, yeah, he's a beast. I'm just sitting here thinking to myself,
Holy
man,
shit, 149, 164.
You thought I was fucking around?
Oh, of course. Yeah, dabs. See,
1450
it
ain't gonna be a beast.
It usually wasn't dabs.
With these recent upgrades, with these officer equipment, 1450 is very much achievable.
So it usually wasn't dabs that was talking shit. It was fucking that
G
guy.
A guy named Ghost, Dabs, and there's another one in there
The
too.
G something, right?
Maybe, I don't remember. I lost count. There's so many fucking messages. It's insane.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, I haven't seen my name yet, but I'm sure after this live there will be everywhere.
There's so many in there.
It's in Tip's post. They talked about you in Tip's post.
There's my yes.
Yeah.
Let me guess. What did they say about me? Because I remember, come GC, they all got zeroed out from me.
Oh, I catch them. I'm gonna do the same thing. They're gonna have flashbacks.
Oh, you'll catch them. You'll catch them. You can't. GC, you can't hide troops, man.
Wait till fucking 441s pop up on you.
Oh, okay. So now they're bringing up Ask SMF, said what happened and run. See, they're still talking about that stuff, but the very next.
They claim they never been beat. They literally told us they never been beat. Undefeated. That's what they said.
Well, I mean, you got the link to them getting stomped. But like in the last void, SMF fucking zeroed out many of them. So to see that. This is that one attack. This is what I'm talking about. They hit SMF one, gave him a 20 million BP haircut. That's it. Dude. That was like almost a year ago. Like,
That's a vacation.
Like they're gonna hold that. And I see like so there are. Well, listen, there are some good people and nice people in 700. There really are. And there's a lot of people that are just like, dude, shut up. But you can't.
All they did was get requested by 15 nations is what happened. They lucky this new event came out. Tell him. So lucky.
I still don't see them pulling me in here.
It's in there.
It's eventually a war game. You should talk to each other.
I will say.
There's the stats. Look, see, he says right there. Look, 1350 and 1450. That's what he was bragging about his stats.
That's
for that T-37.
Well, he does have a lot of kills.
Jesus Christ.
Does have a lot of kills.
Yeah, those are called farm kills.
Well, I'm not gonna say they are, dude, because when we fought them, he was the only one that was fighting, for the most part. I mean, there are some others that were fighting, but he was fighting.
Sorry, I found it in the other post. I'm gonna send the screenshot.
Okay.
We are at least 300 nations younger than that, but we can still fuck that.
You know what they ought to do, Woody? They ought to have a not just loss, but like like total count difference and put that in there. Subtract that, like if you're a certain troop level, whatever, subtract that shit so we can see the real troop loss
I
or
think that
kills.
I think they should be able to, like, when you click on something like that, or you click on
Yeah.
the nation. I think they should show um, void ratios.
I shared it.
All right, here we go. Course. That's him, Lord G. That's the shit talker.
Yep.
That's him. And the guy that never left his bubble.
He called you a pussy. Told you.
The guy that literally the guy that never left his bubble. Literally never left his bubble.
The ones that talk the most shit usually don't.
No, yeah, no. He literally never left his bubble. Yeah, but the thing is they lost to all these people.
Not according to them. According to them, they killers.
I feel bad for like the actual people that are in my, because there's a couple people in the YouTube chat that are from 700. I feel bad for like Hitman 22. He's awesome. He's a good guy. Um, he's probably hearing this. He's just like, man, guys, fuck. And I feel bad for him. But
Well, the old saying is "a few rotten apples in the barrel."
see, here's the
Ruin
thing.
all the apples.
These are the kind of players they're gonna get GC chat taken away. Like remember that game, because you used to play the same game as I played in the same
Yeah.
alliance.
Mm-hmm.
We used to play Clash
Absolutely.
of Clans, and they had a global chat just like this, but it was all the
Yep.
time. And people like that got it taken away.
Yep. No, you're correct.
They got it taken away over stupid stuff like that. So it's like those are the kind of people that get it taken away, and that ruins it for everyone. But
Don't worry, it goes on in every global chat.
Yeah.
It does. It does.
Yeah, well, I know. I remember I walked into one of global chat, and it was with I think it was with you guys and the Lock Nation, and you guys are like, not you in general, but like that general chat, that global chat was so racist. Oh my god. No, it wasn't you guys. It was 709 with already quitting before he quit, and Ronaldo. Man, those two. Oh, there were some very racist things I've seen from both sides. Hey, there you go. Look at that. J-Dog said Woody in the house. I wonder if I can say. I don't think it's going to be able to post. Yeah. I probably have to be a certain, yeah. Damn. Got to be level 12. Fuck. Oh well. Well, I mean, that's interesting. I hope you have fun. Hope you have fun. You guys are going to annihilate them in GC, right? Hello?
I mean, if they decide to show up round 3.
Now the YouTube chat saying my fucking mic's fucked up. I can't fix it, guys. I'm sorry.
It's got to be YouTube, because you're fine over here.
I mean, now you got to make me look on my YouTube on my phone. Because I don't know what's going on. It might be YouTube, because I don't know. Let's see. Now you gotta make me look at my YouTube on my phone. Yeah, there is a little buzzy. I don't know what's going on.
No, it's not YouTube. It's your actual microphone.
It's the what? I hear it. Yeah, it's
It's
probably
your
the.
microphone.
Oh well, I don't know what to tell y'all. That means I gotta go to sleep. That's what that means. All right.
The sign from the microphone.
Yeah, gotta go to sleep before you think about it too much, and then
Yes.
you won't go to sleep until you fix it.
Dude, facts. I can't fix it during a live. That's the thing that sucks. So shit happens in live. Well, it's happening in live, and it is
Yeah.
unless I end the stream. Which
Yeah. It is what it is. It's on the level of annoyance. It's not so bad that we can't hear you.
Right. So, bottom line, that new event, it's going to be the same as Void, it's just more like a tournament style. Um, I think it's not going to cost any more, any less. You're going to know, from what we understand, you're going to know your opponents for the whole season, is what I'm guessing. Which I actually kind of like better anyway, so you can better prepare about what if you want to go hard on this this nation or just try to skim through. But all right, guys,
Remember, everyone, no troop loss. That is important.
So they have a void where you do lose troops, and then they have a frenzy where you don't lose troops.
No, in the new event.
Yes, in this new event.
Yeah, in the new one, it's opposite day.
Don't worry, you don't need to shoot. You'll be all right.
Yeah.